beautiful Pisces. How is everyone? Blessed, I hope. Welcome back. We are going to do a reading today for the pink full moon, aka the full moon in Libra, or the Paschal full moon, or the blossoming full moon. In my opinion, it's the first full moon of the year, just because it's the first full moon since the spring equinox, which really is the start of the year. So this full moon is going to kind of set the tone for the year ahead. And it's all about harmony and balance in your relationships and your identity, how can I explain this? Like, it's taking the mask off. It's making sure that you are aligned internally and with your external life. So just making sure that like your inside, like how you feel on the inside matches how you're acting on the outside, and helping you make sure that it's in harmony and in alignment so that you can move forward and on towards your path of your highest self. And this moon is in your, I think it's 8th house. So that's your intimacy house. So this is close quarters for you, Pisces. So the best way that you could use this full moon's energy is to take a look at your relationships and ask yourself where you're emotionally investing, where you're investing your emotions. Is it being reciprocated? Is it giving back to you as much as you're putting in, or are you pouring into something that's in your imagination? And I'm not trying to be rude when I say that, but you know how Pisces are. I'm a Pisces, so I feel like, I get it. But it's also, so if it's in your 8th house and it's all about your intimacy, that's why I'm saying if you take a look at your relationships and take one that you're already kind of like have a vibe about or unsure about, pull your energy back and see what happens to the relationship without your energy supporting it. Because if the words and actions of said situation don't match, then So that's how I plan on using this full moon's energy. Actually, probably not, because I really don't have any relationships right now that I don't think serve me. And if I'm wrong, I'll tell you what, the full moon energy is going to let it be known. So if there's anything you've been questioning and you don't deal with it on your own, I'm going to tell you right now, the universe is going to shed light on it. So with that being said, it's kind of nice to, take it into your own hands rather than wait for you to be, shoved into the situation, because the universe gives us a chance to, handle matters on our own. But if we're not doing what's best for us, sometimes God, universe, source, however you look at it, will take over. And that's sometimes when we're like, and then later on in life you realize it was for the best. But anywho, what else was I going to tell you? This full moon is April 1st in the Northern Hemisphere, April 2nd in the Southern Hemisphere, and this energy goes until the 17th Northern Hemisphere, 18th Southern Hemisphere. So, but like I said, I feel like this kind of sets the tone for the year as far as relationships, situations, connections, things like that. So, taking a look at your cards. Wow. Okay. Well, the card that came up for what needs balance in your life is the Fool. So what needs balance in your life, I would think, is your You're okay. How can I put this? Well, Pisces, the Fool to me is like that living life through, just an adventure spirit, a free, it's kind of like before you had tough times in life, or before you were heartbroken, before you were disappointed, before, this is that innocent energy. So if that's where you need to balance your energy, and what you need to let go of came up as the Nine of Pentacles. So I think where you're being asked to do is balance your structure with your work and your play. Because the Nine of Pentacles is like enjoying the time after hard work, the fruits of your labor, and the Fool is more carefree. But to get to the Nine of Pentacles, there's so much work that has to be done, so much structure, so much, so much discipline that goes into the Nine of Pentacles before you can enjoy the Nine of Pentacles, that it's crazy. Because when what came up as your gifts and talents, like, or what's the way to put it? Let me think. What comes up as where you're thriving, like what's getting you through your day-to-day right now in life, came up as the Knight of Cups. So that's your love, you're a Pisces, so you have a lot of empathy. So your empathy, your emotions, your like hopeful spirit is what is your gift and what's getting you to where you're at now. But an action that you can take that will help balance out your work and play energy came up as the Hermit. So an action that you could take is stepping away from, everybody, and taking time to yourself, just yourself. You get out in nature, spend time with your thoughts, get away from the social media, the phones, the electronics, public, and just spend some time alone with you and listen to you, enjoy you. Because the Hermit is all about that inner guidance, that spiritual knowing, So if that's the action that you can take that'll help bring balance to your work and play, I think that's an easy to do, one. And two, I think we could all spend more time enjoying ourselves. Because if we can't enjoy ourselves with ourselves, why do we expect other people to? That was a hard lesson for me to learn. I used to hate being alone, but now I enjoy my time with me. But anyways, the card that came up for your message from your spirit team, is the Page of Wands. And to me, that's your spirit team telling you to get back to what it was you did innocently that brought you joy. It's that adventure. Well, we'll just take it. That fell right out. It's that adventure, your passion. What are you passionate about? Get back out there and get passionate. And, whether it's in your free time, whether it's in your relationships, where it's in, be more spontaneous, be more, dance for the sake of dancing, dance like no one's watching. That's the kind of vibe that your spirit team is trying to tell you to embody, because there is something about that freedom, that, no masks, be who you are authentically. That's, first of all, it's addicting, and people gravitate towards it without even realizing it. It's just something about that person who's so carefree and doesn't seem to, care who's watching or care who sees, and it's just enjoying the moment for the moment and the joy for the joy, that type of vibe. And, dance like no one's watching. Okay, we'll pull you a moon card. Well, we did. It fell right on out, and it came up as a win-win outcome is forecast. And it's the full moon in Libra card. I mean, tell me that isn't meant to be. A win-win outcome is forecast. I love that for you, Pisces. And then we got you a spirit card, and it is inner beauty. You open the eyes of your heart and direct your gaze to the light within every being. Personality and physical appearance are in the image of man. Beauty and goodness are in the image of God. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. And that's all I have for you, Pisces. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you have a lovely April. And one last reminder, everybody knows that the full moon energies and emotions are on steroids. So make sure that you are responding, not reacting. And if, something feels really important, ask yourself, is it really important, or is it just really important in here? And that might help, kind of soften the blows, so to speak. But, okay, Pisces, that's what I have for you. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you next time. Bye.